All right. These are going to be end of my Hot Wheels videos for right now. So I'm going to go through the highlights. Some that you've never seen before. Some that I have just hiding out. Some that are kind of in a loose bin. So I didn't go through everything. But I wanted to show this F1 car again. Just because it's definitely a highlight that I recently got. I wouldn't mind getting the Max Verstappen one. Who wouldn't? Trying to get the light on that wing there. Can't see the tires right there. There you go. They have those different F1 tires. They're fairly new to Hot Wheels. These might take a while. I'm going to let them highlight themselves. Hopefully not say too much, just showcase the highlights and keep moving, just randomly through them all. And if it takes 6 videos, it's going to take 6 videos. Hopefully it takes like 20 videos. I'd like to keep talking about these. I've had some coffee today, so you're probably going to be a little more jittery than usual. I want to get really nice and close as I can to these. Such a good shot. This Lotus is in that loose bin I have, but I wanted to start it off with the 2 race cars like that. This one's obviously very little and skinny, but it's metal all the way around, so it's quite heavy actually. The little guy in there is hilarious. See how close I can get that. So that's pretty cool. I don't have it in my collections anywhere, but I like this Hot Wheel. There's a lot of stuff on there. That one, let's go with this Big Daddy. This is in the highlight pile just because I love these sand dunes. I always see the GUs in the rock climbing videos and the overland stuff from Australia and places like that. They use the Land Cruisers as well. Can't even quite see that. Let me see how close I can get with this one. Am I gonna hit the screen here? Oh. You can see these ones specifically when I talked about this. The dune racing that they do with this in the Saudi Arabia, apparently somewhere in the desert. They supercharge the heck out of them, turbocharge them, whatever you got, shoot fire and flames, and then most of the time they blow up. Here I got another one kind of like that. I'm going to leave it up here for a second because this one, see how close we can leave this one. And grab, let's go down this line. Alright, here's some from the outside. After we take another good look at this one. This is the D90. They weren't able to put all the plastic in for all the windows. But that's okay because this paint is really good. Doing more cars today. So those don't almost fit in the screen even. Here's a car I don't think I showed before either. But it's definitely a highlight in the loose package. Can you tell by the front there? Or by the windows? It's the DeLorean. Alright, next I gotta show this. This is in the bucket bin. Might make yep, I'm trying to wrap now. I already loosened the top, but you might have seen this in my unique collection that I have of just stuff that if it was just in your regular collection, there's no way you'd see it. You'd have to open some of these up to enjoy some of them. This one's an art car. I'm not going to go into that, but what we want to go into is looking at the close-up. A little more detail of what's in here. This is the Cloak and Dagger. It's a little too close. And then the top just clicks on. And you got that. Next down that line, let's go with something out of my loose collection. Excuse the dust. Need some Dr. Dre music in the background here. I'm gonna go with that one and this one as I put this away. It's a pretty good one. This one here, it's nice that this is being recorded. It's hilarious. Oh, there we go. I didn't show that before, but now that we're highlighting some stuff here, this is definitely a highlight. Oh, it's so big, it's not even in the screen. Keep looking at the one in the back. Woo-wee! Also that one. Sorry about the wind there. Got something stuck. I got this one again too. I thought it was a highlight. This Pontiac I didn't show. It's got this really nice black finish to it. If we want to know details on it, it's just a 67 Pontiac. It's part of a specific series. I don't remember what it was, but it was just cool to see that V8 in there. They clearly engine swapped it. Let's see, with these black ones, it's hard to get the angle because sometimes the colors, meaning the lines, show up really, really good. And other times it's hard to get to see even the details on it at all. Kinda. Let's get some light on that. Not happy with this one. But this is a highlight. I really thought it was cool. I can't find a good angle on that one. And then of course this one. The Moustache. this one, these two, and this one. We're going to highlight the Neon series. That was the Corvette in my Corvette collection. Just an absolute beauty. Trying to get that rear end at a good angle. I can't quite do it. So we'll just stick this one in. This is the orange. It shows up really, really strange on video. In real life, this is actually a little bit different color. It's not as yellow, it's actually kind of an orangey peach. But here's one from the Neon series. Then there was McLaren. And the really similar Mercedes AMG. That this one boasted so much safety standards and that it was so much safer. Safer than what? The one on the right, of course, one of my favorites. It's the F1, McLaren F1. That's the GT model. These colors are absolutely sick. Matte black is really cool. Those are just fun. What else do we got on the outside here? Highlight here would definitely, all that dead space, definitely have to be the Supra. All the Supras. It's far too close, but we could go like that. But all the Supras. Huh. So I'd just say in general, all the Supras are highlighted, as everyone says. My favorites out of here, let's see. Gonna have to mention this drift wagon. Just because of how cool it is. And they cut out so much plastic and explained in the little intro that it's an RB26 in there. In a Maxima station wagon. And it's even the American version. So I'm not sure how that all happened. It's so cool though. You can see it has the chrome interior too. That's why I like the chrome interiors. You can see them so snappy. We're gonna stay with this side of the open loose collection too. Another one that's really hard to film, but one of my favorites and one of the highlights I have open definitely is this 68 Camaro. I call it the Cyberpunk one. So we can get this up here real mean. I like the racing stripe down the center there. Not the center, but like off to the side. And then with the Japanese stuff on top. Even the back windows have stuff on them. It blends in far too well with this, but you can still see it. It still looks really good. Isn't it good? The graphic even shows that downpipe blasting out exhaust and crap on the paint job. The bumps in the window, the details on the windows on the side here too. Windshield banner. So I think this one's pretty good. What's left on this side that I want to show to highlight? Let's go with these two. Does this one fit right here? Trying to jump around from the vault and everywhere right now. I've got everything laid out. I'd show you, but it's kind of a mess. It's all my loose collection out right now. I've never seen these many cars. This is the Subaru BRZ. This is a highlight, first of all, just because it's a new casting for 2025. I like it. Second, it's a new casting just because it's got that drift bumper on the front. If you know what the normal ones look like, the BRZs and the FRS had the Rocket Bunny kit on it that you can see over the back over the back wheel there and over the front wheel right here. You can actually see the rivets from the bunny kit. Some of it, the one casting of it is actually called the BRZ Pandem. Some of it's just the Subaru BRZ. This one has the Pandem kit on it. Still looks good, and you can see the turbo in the front there. This one I did a nice talk on that it is definitely a highlight because it started out as the FRS. And then Toyota did it as it was the Subaru BRZs first because these guys in Toronto. Let's try this again. When it says the FRS, then it came out as the BRZ. Even though Subaru and Toyota made it together. Same as Scion was the company of Toyota. They looked exactly the same. Then the 8.6 came out from Toyota and it looked exactly the same. And they put the exact body kit on it and had the exact same lights. Now finally, the whole talk of that blah blah is this is the GR86. It doesn't have a kit on it. it's just the straight body. And it's got its own new headlights. The blue one doesn't have any paint on there, but you can tell that they're the very stereotypical, not stereotypical, but stock lights, and then the body kits all fit around that light as well. This is the new one that finally came, so there's quite a few different castings, and so I think it's definitely a highlight that I only have 2 of them open, but I have quite a few of them that finally, all the way to the progression I have for the FRS to the Subaru to the 86, now to this, finally, this new 2025 casting of the GR 826. Nothing on the back here, unfortunately. And they don't have a premium of this one yet, whereas there's a lot, seems like there's a lot of Subaru premiums. Right, because they all had the same rear lights too. The BRZ, FRS, and the 86 all had the same back lights too, and that same back bumper, because that bumper is technically part of the body kit, but they kind of goofed it up on this one anyway. No deco, but the front on this one, see if I can line this up for a shot. The shadow there. Looks like the new Z. You know, now that I say that, I'm going to put that up close and see if it actually is. Nissan and Toyota, I think you got some explaining to do. Not quite. This is definitely a highlight. I'm so glad that the 86 got its own casting finally. Let's go down this line here. We're gonna go with these ones really quick, like this one was a super treasure hunt, or it was just the treasure hunt, I don't remember. So they were really popular, but I love the details on this one. It's the I'm trying to rap again. It's the Ford Escort S2000, I believe it is. I'm not going to look exactly. But I did a look on this one because it's the famous, and I didn't have to even look, it's the famous 84 Quattro. It's definitely a highlight because I have a couple other rally cars. This one's the 90 or 87, but I think it's the 90 version. So I thought the Audi boys, it's fun to play these 3 cars in games like Forza, you know, and all that stuff. So I just wanted to highlight that. And then, how many of these do I want to pull out? There was a car I never did find. It was a black Porsche GT3 RS. Let me see if I can find it here quick. But I don't see it anywhere. Alright. We lost some. That's cool. I was pointing out my Porsche stuff. The few of the Porsche that I got of that year that had the 75th anniversary on it. And nobody noticed, but I did notice on here. Maybe I can't. There you go. You can see it. This as well came out that year. On their 75th. It's cool. Have a bunch of different colors of that one if you remember. But these two specifically, I think, are the highlight. This one I also got the year of it wrong on here. I think I said it was like 86 or something. But it says it's 74. So I have no idea when we got that. I was going to go into something else, but I see this is getting longer. So I'm going to close it off with some Porsche ones and maybe a sneak peek. That was kind of stupid. It's unfortunate that I cannot find that other Porsche. But I had a black Porsche. I wanted to show in the highlights that I hadn't shown before. So there's some. This is the treasure hunt of the Mod Rod. This is a fantasy car. But I thought I'd end it. The first part of the highlights. I think all these ones so far are highlights that I did in all the videos. So if you like anything you see here in these ones, check out some of the other videos. I've got like 14 of them. All just showing the loose ones I have. My actual collection is on my website in the link in the description. Oops, I keep spinning this around, kind of funny here. And it shows my whole JDM collection of cars, the really expensive ones, everything. So we're going to stop for that one and go for the next video.